welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to go ahead and test out this new Fenty Beauty eyeshadow palette, the one they just came out with, which is the Moroccan Spice. Very pretty. As you can see, I already got some nice fingerprints on this beautiful packaging. That's one thing that sucks about this kind of packaging. It's really pretty, but you leave all kind of DNA evidence all over it. So anywho, this is the box that it came in, which is also very pretty. And I really like that there are the shade names on the back of the box, because I can actually leave the box out and just get my shade name, because when you're working in the palette and then you have to go back and forth to get the shade name, it could be crazy and confusing at the same time. So anywho, this is what I'm playing in today, and I'm gonna do my whole face today, so hopefully we can do this quickly. Let me just open it up so you can see what the palette looks like on the inside. As you can see, there's a nice mirror in here. It comes with the plastic, of course, on top of the shadows, and these are the colors that are in this palette. So this is a much more everyday usable palette, a lot more so than their Galaxy palette that they came out with last year. So this one is definitely one you can use more on an everyday basis, and it's more user friendly as opposed to the other one, which was just like all glitter. So I'm actually looking forward to trying this out. You know, my first time getting to try out some matte shades from Fenty. So there are 16 shadows in this palette. Let me go ahead and just do a few swatches for you guys so that you can actually see what the shades look like swatched. So here are all the swatches in this palette. As you can see, there are some really pretty shadows in here, some nice mattes as well as some very pretty shimmers. So let's go ahead and jump right in. First, I want to go ahead and start off by throwing on some eyebrows and prepping my eyelids with some LA Girl Pro Conceal, and then we'll move into a look. Okay, you guys, I'm sorry. You're probably gonna hear a little AC noise because it is hot as a mug in here. It's like over 100 degrees in California, and I need some air. So, okay, let's go ahead and jump into this look. I did my eyebrows, got my eyelids nice and prepped, and I got my tape, of course. So, what should we start with today, you guys? What should we start with? Let's see. All right, well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and start with this shade here, which is Come and Get It warm shade. So that's Come and Get It. Somebody need to come and get these contacts, because driving me crazy. Okay, so next I'm going to go into the shade Saffron, which is this really pretty like burgundy or reddish type shade. So now I think I want to go in with a darker shade, so I'm going to take this shade here, Nuts and Dates. It's called Nuts and Dates, and I'm going to just place that on the outer and inner corners of my eyelid. Shade is very soft. It's very nice. It's like it comes off as a very soft, warm matte shade, but it's actually like a really soft satin shade, just without all the shimmer. So this is a very nice shadow. It's a bit different actually. You can use it as a matte and also kind of as a lid color if you'd like. Okay, so I want to go ahead and dive into one of these really pretty shades in here. So this one is called Evil Genie, which is the gorgeous blue shade that's in here. So I'm going to go ahead and place that on my lid. I'm going to see how it looks dry before I go ahead and use some of my MAC Fix Plus. So it's pretty. You can actually see the color. And I'm going to go ahead and spray my brush just to see if that will make it pop even more. Okay, so now that I have that blue kind of just messily placed on my lids, I want to go into this darker shade here, and this is called Sock It To Me, which is this shade here. And it's also a bit of a satin or a shimmer type shadow, but it looks like it has a bit of green in it, so I want to go in and use that in my outer and draw it into my crease. I must say these colors are blending very, very nicely together. It's like they just kind of smoothly blend. It's very nice. Okay, so I'm taking that brush that I had that red shade on, and I'm just taking a tiny bit more of that red and just blending out the corners and the crease area just a bit more. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and just remove this tape so I can add some eyeliner. So I went ahead and did my foundation and concealer and powder. So now let's go ahead and get back to these eyes. I think what I want to do is, first off, I want to go ahead and smoke out my lower lash line. So I want to go in with this pretty red color once again, Saffron, and I'm going to use that to smoke out my lower lash line. You know what, I think I want to go a little bit deeper actually in the outer corner of my lower lash line. So I'm going to go back into this deep color here, which is Sock It To Me, really pretty green shade. And so since I did add the darker shade underneath my eyes as well, I did go back in with that red just to blend that out a bit more so it wouldn't be so harsh. And lastly, for my lower lash line, just to add a pop of blue, I want to go ahead and take this LA Colors Jumbo Eye Pencil, and this is like a navy blue shade. Now just to go ahead and brighten my inner corner of my eyes, I want to go ahead and take this really, really light shade here, and this one is called Moroccan Ice. Taking a little bit of that same shade, Moroccan Ice, and using that to highlight my brow bone. Now I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of mascara and some lashes, and then I will finish up with my lips. Okay, and so for lips today, I'm going to go in with my Ellery ColourPop lip liner, and I'm going to use one of my Fenty Mademoiselle lipsticks, and this one is in the color Griselda. So this is my final look today, you guys, for this new Fenty Moroccan eyeshadow palette. I think I did a pretty colorful look with this palette, although it is a very basic looking palette with just a pop or two of color in there. But my overall thoughts on this palette is that it's a very nice palette. I do like the eyeshadows. They are nice and soft. They blend out very easily, very seamlessly. There's not a lot of kick up or fallout in the pan, as you can see. Just a little bit, but not a lot. Do I think that I spent $59 for a name and packaging? Most definitely. I don't think there's anything astronomical about this palette that makes it so much more grandiose than any of the other decent palettes that you can come across today that are more reasonably priced. So this is a very pricey eyeshadow palette, but the packaging is gorgeous, and you know you are paying for Miss Robin Rihanna Fenty's name as well. So those are my thoughts on this palette. Hopefully you enjoyed spending a few moments with me creating this look, and I will see you on my next video. Toodles!